Hey, are you fluent in Spanish, Spanglish, or sarcasm?
Don't worry, we are.
Join us at Attempting to Be Almost Mature on
The AM Chat with Abby and Mel.
So let's have fun, let's talk, let's get this going. Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. I'm your host, Mel.
I'm your host, Abby.
Welcome back.
Welcome to another installment, guys.
And look, you can see us
Look,
now.
hi.
This is what you wanted. This is
I know. This is what they wanted.
Why? You made us brush our fucking hair today.
I know.
No.
I had to shower, and I had to, I sometimes shower when I see you. So,
Sometimes I'll get like that text like, hey, I'm going to shower.
yeah.
Which is like, it's about that time.
Yeah.
So
But we had to actually brush our hair and get ready.
it's not something I like to do. Let me
Yeah.
say that.
Thanks a lot, guys.
No, we're really excited to be doing this and trying out this video, a little journey with you guys. And if this is your first time with us, welcome to the show. Welcome to the circus, as I like to say sometimes.
Yes, welcome, everyone.
But if you're returning, we're just excited to have you back, and we're excited to be able to jump onto video with you guys and be able to interact a little bit differently. So,
For sure.
yeah.
For sure. So, how are you today?
I am doing good. I did brush my hair, so we got to win, We got to win.
I know. Today I was full of anxiety, and I texted you earlier.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I don't know why my anxiety is super out of control today. And I think it was because of this.
Yeah, possibly, because I felt extra nervous once I walked in the door, and we've done this a few times
I
already.
know. We've done this so many times, and it's like, why do I feel like I don't know what I'm doing? I felt like I was going to vomit or I was going to have diarrhea.
Both at the same time.
Well, I've done that before. Have you?
Chorro, no.
Oh my gosh. So story time.
Story
Gather
time.
around,
Ándale,
children.
ándale.
So now one time I was really sick. I don't know if I was hungover, if I was just sick, but I had a severe case of diarrhea. And
With vomit?
with vomit.
Shing,
Like I was
ow.
sitting on the toilet and I had to reach around for the trash can, and
Oh,
it was at the same time. It was disgusting. I've done that once in my life, and it was horrible.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was just last year. No, I'm kidding.
That sounds like you drank too many Coronas or something.
I don't even drink Coronas.
Exactly. Yeah. No, but I did throw up at your birthday party, just as a reminder.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I definitely, I don't know, it was like the 34th shot, and it was fucking tequila gold, and I don't know, I just trusted the guy, so
Yeah, that was gross.
I can't drink tequila gold ever. It hurts my stomach real bad, and I
Yeah.
instantly felt like, oh, I gotta throw up. And I really wish y'all would have followed me and took a picture. Like, next time, follow me.
Can you go to a picture when
Hold
I
my
threw up?
hair and take a picture.
Sick.
We can post it on social media.
You're disgusting. No, I ain't doing that shit.
I mean, I think it sounds funny. I would laugh at it. Like, damn, what a dumbass.
But you were fine. You just got up. You said, I don't feel good. You just
But-
like completely normal, and you walked off. And
But, like, I have a good poker face
yeah,
in general. Like, you won't know if I'm drunk next to you unless if I'm really drunk. next
I've
to
never
you.
seen you drunk ever in life.
I don't do it often. But, like, I get pretty close. Like 7, 8 out of 10. At your birthday, I was like at a 6.
Damn, and I had no clue. I was just like, well, she's fine.
She's pretty normal. She hasn't even...
She's good
yeah.
to go. She's driving everyone home.
Damn. God damn. No, I couldn't have drove anyone home. That's why we Ubered.
Yeah.
That's why we paid all that money to Uber back and forth to
Uber,
Dallas.
yeah.
Anyway, so what's on the menu today? What are we talking about today?
So, I still keep in touch with a couple of girls I used to work with from like my most recent job.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just thinking about wild stories from work.
Yeah.
Like crazy wild stories. Have you ever had any craziness happen at work?
Yeah, I have. I have had a few. Like one that pops off at the top of my head. So I used to we worked in retail for a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw a girl come in and I guess she was waiting for her date to pick her up at the fragrance part of our store. And this girl had a skirt on.
I'm scared.
And I don't know what she was anticipating, or what the purpose was.
Yeah.
But she didn't see me, and I saw her clearly pick up her skirt. She got the one of the perfumes, and she sprayed it under her skirt. She puts it down and turns around, and there I am standing looking at her. Like, oh, I'm like, I probably have this face of disgust.
I just
Like,
saw you.
Oh. You had to do that here?
It was a mixture of VS and BV.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
God.
yeah, it's not like we're in the Dior counter. We're at Victoria's Secret, so.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
really small in there, too.
Yeah, so she just in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone. It was me. Like, oh, can I help
am
you?
everyone.
Ugh. Yeah, so that actually, that's
Do you
a disgusting
remember the
story.
one time you had to have been there because it was in floor set, or we were? I don't know if I was closing, or we were doing like a floor set. Anyway, you know how you had to check the dressing rooms or the
Yeah.
fitting rooms at closing time?
Yeah.
There was a used tampon in one of them.
Oh, gross.
Why?
Gross. Okay, then hold on. That reminds me of a really
Why
gross
are people
story.
so disgusting?
Okay, I had this one store manager that I worked with.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna name names. She was fucking wild though. She was fucking wild.
Did I know her?
Yeah.
Okay.
You knew her. So like we frequently had shoplifters in the store, because of the area we're in. And, you know, she was young in her 20s and she was the store manager and I was the assistant store manager at that time. Well, this lady that we knew that came in and would like go to the fitting room and steal.
She was a frequent.
We knew her.
Yeah.
Well, one time she goes into the fitting room and she leaves her keys there in the fitting room. You might know this story, actually. Well, she leaves her keys in the fitting room and she leaves with a bunch of stuff. Like, she went in with like 30 things to the fitting room and she came out with like 3, right? So the store manager got so pissed off. So she grabs the keys and she takes them out to the trash can and she fucking throws those keys away. Well, Danisha came back. She wanted her keys. She's looking for her keys all over the store, and she knew she already had beef with the store manager because they've gotten into it before.
Right.
Well, she didn't play. She went to the fitting room. She was looking for her keys 2 to 3 times. She's been in that fitting room.
Yeah.
Checking for her keys. She leaves finally, whatever. And then I'm like putting someone into the fitting room. And this lady calls me and she's like, ma'am. And I'm like, yes. She's like, someone in here. And I was like, what? She's like, somebody used the restroom in here. So Danisha fucking shit on the floor.
Oh, I remember this, but I didn't know it was her. She was a revenge shit. Like, I've heard, like, you know, people go take a shit and they set it on fire. I don't know if I've seen that on a movie.
Yeah, you have. You have seen it on a movie.
Yeah, like on someone's porch.
Yeah.
So this is what that bitch did.
Yeah.
She's like, this is going to teach you.
Not only did she take everything that she took, whatever, she shit on the floor. Just a big fucking log.
Oh.
And then my store manager's like, Melissa, help me. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
No, ma'am.
I'm totally not helping you on this.
You did this.
I was like, I told you not to throw her keys away. And she's like, I don't care. I need help. And I was like, I will hold the trash bag for you. But that's not all I'm doing at this point.
That's disgusting. Like, how? You're brave. You're just like walk into a store and doo-doo in there. What's that smell?
That's what she and it's so embarrassing. I let this lady into the fitting room,
and you had no idea.
and I did not know there was a fucking log on the floor.
There's a mojon back there.
Oh my god, I haven't heard that word in so long.
I call my ex-husband that all the time.
Oh, you know, the shoe fits.
I call him a mojon seco.
I literally have not heard that word in so
sorry.
long. Anyway, so that's one of the most disgusting stories that I have ever in my retail life.
Yeah. Speaking of retail, do you remember when we worked at North Hills Mall?
Yeah, that little baby one.
That mall is so cute, and that store was beautiful.
The store was really cute and very
Yeah.
like boutique-y, like
Yeah.
really small.
You remember that creepy guy that would call to ask how you do a bra fitting, like every day?
Yeah, I remember that.
That was creepy. And every time, like, the manager or whoever answered the phone would, like, give him the instructions.
Yeah, he would be like, I'm gonna measure my wife, and
Yeah.
No, you weren't.
No, you're not. And then you had to, like, repeat the word, because he would say, what part? What part? Like, so you could say breast again. It's like, really?
Damn it. He got us.
Just go.
He got us for free, guys.
I know.
Sir, you're gonna have to start paying if you're gonna keep calling and doing this.
I know. We got It's like,
Okay, so that same guy,
yeah.
he would call like throughout the entirety of my career. So I worked there for 16 years, and he just would call all the time. Just
Every store.
every store that I worked at, we always got those phone calls from him asking how to bra fit and asking about certain thongs. And he would always ask about thongs all the time. Like, bruh.
Stop. But I wonder, like, how many times he called every store a day.
Right. That's what I was thinking too.
Because it's like, if he's hitting up your store and you've already relocated several times, it's like, Jesus, how
Sir.
many stores are you calling per
Victor.
day?
Yeah. Yes,
Victor,
mucho.
yeah. He probably would say his name was Victor because it's Victoria's Secret.
Oh, you right.
What a lame-o. Think
You're
of
right.
something better.
You right. Yeah.
better.
And I definitely, I feel like he was Hispanic from the
Ay.
voice that I know. I can still hear his voice now. Like,
That's how often.
loser.
¿Qué quieres?
Like, I can just imagine you just sitting there with your TV dinner in your mom's house.
Calling from a landline.
Calling from the landline. Because he for sure was calling from a landline. No question about it.
Oh,
So.
gosh, that's creepy.
Yeah. So, anyway. Yeah, that was some crazy stuff that used to happen there.
Yeah,
So.
I remember. But, I mean, as far as retail, I know we did that for a long time. I did the medical field for a super long time also. Mm-hmm. And the last job where I was there like 9 years, and I dealt with a lot of disgusting stuff. And it's funny that you love feet.
I
know
don't
you love feet. Because I worked specifically with the foot
I
specialist.
don't love feet, though.
And I saw and smelled the most disgusting thing you could ever imagine. Like,
Oh, God.
Dr. Pimple Popper, I could watch while I'm eating my breakfast. Like, I can see and look at stuff without getting grossed out. Because you can't be squeamish with if you have that job.
You can't. And, like, can you imagine you go to the doctor about a foot issue and then the nurse is like, ew.
Yeah, no,
You know?
I had to be the one that cleaned it up. I had to be the one to pack holes and wounds. And when toes would get cut off, I would have to send them off to the lab.
Oh.
I had to help them with procedures. Like, I know how to, like, cast and splint a broken ankle or broken foot. Like,
Yeah.
all of that nastiness. I mean, a lot of it wasn't nasty. Anywho, so there was this one patient. God, and you get your regulars, dude. It's crazy. Just
Why?
like retail.
Why?
Just like retail.
They get coupons to come back.
You get your regulars, I swear, at a doctor's office.
Okay.
They're either probably just like full of shit. They're looking for narcotics, like pain pills, or they're just frequent flyers. Like, they just don't care about themselves.
And they don't
or
take care of their feet.
They're sick. They're diabetic, because diabetes and foot problems like go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So we'd get those frequent flyers, and one by one, like, a toe's getting chopped off.
Oh,
like,
no.
left and right, you know?
God.
And then half of their foot, and we'd call that a Snoopy. Because when you cut all the toes off, it looks like a Snoopy
Oh.
head. And then once you need to go higher, you got to go up to the knee.
Yeah.
But anywho, we had a patient. He was so, like, one of my favorites. You know how I feel about, like, those trashy folks. Sometimes you're like, God,
Yeah.
that's a unicorn.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this was this guy. And I lived out in the country. There's a lot of country folk. This guy had, like, pieces of teeth in his mouth. Like,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
He was, like, greasy all the time, working on cars. Really funny. I kid you not. One time he came in because he had, like, wounds on his feet. and he said the rats were chewing his feet.
Shut up! Why did he let the
And I was
rats do this?
Sir, why are you letting rats? Well, he didn't have feeling because he was diabetic.
Oh.
He said in his sleep, he woke up and they were chewing on his feet.
Bruh.
I was disgusted.
Bruh.
I was like, what? And you could imagine the smells, like when something starts to get infected, it smells like a dead animal. Like,
But,
you'll
like,
never forget the smell.
What I'm imagining is like a hoarder's house, because
Yeah.
how do you not have
Absolutely.
any control over rats being on your bed?
And you want to hear the funniest part about it? Because this guy was a hoot. Like, he was hilarious.
I want him over for dinner.
I wanted, like, every time he'd come in, he'd be like, Abby! And he'd be, like, waving at me and be like, hey! I'm not going to say his name, but R.I.P. he passed.
Oh, no.
I know, like, my last year I was there. I was like, how? No! Like, he was one of my favorites. Anywho, he says when he was trying to get the rats under control, he says he'd sit in his recliner in the living room, and he says you could see into like his kitchen from his living room. He'd sit in his recliner, set bologna out on the floor, and sit with his BB gun on the recliner.
Oh my God.
And the rats would come around the corner and he'd like shoot them.
Let me just tell you, if he would have got this on video, he would have went viral.
Right?
Like,
And he would always
viral.
show me like funny videos or dirty jokes, and I was like, "You're crazy!"
Cochino.
Like, he was just funny. He was harmless. Well,
Ay, señor.
he probably was harmful, but not with me.
Not with me, so it's
Not
okay.
me. It was fine. But yeah, I was like, people just out there living
That
with
sounds
rats.
like it could be a sport. Like, let's put bologna out in the kitchen.
bologna out.
Let's see how many we can hit.
Yeah, isn't that wild? Like, and you're not even ashamed to tell me this either. You're like, yeah, I got those rats chewing on my foot. It's like,
I can't even imagine at that point. Like, I just want to be your friend. I just want to be your friend, and I don't want to come over.
No, like,
But
we can
I
chop it up
do-
here in the office.
Here in the office where I know the rats are under control.
It was,
Jesus, Billy Bob.
oh,
Dios
God.
mío.
He was in entertainment. Every time he came around, I was like, oh, he's coming today. What's wrong today? And it's like,
Rats chewing at my foot again, Abby.
yeah. So
Jeez.
that was one wild story.
I love him. I wish he was still alive. Damn it. I want him on the podcast.
I know. Every time I see my old coworkers and we reminisce about like wild stories or our frequent patients, he comes up.
Well,
I'm like,
I mean, he
"Aw."
sounds like a great time.
He was fun.
Can you imagine him at like family parties? Brings out his foot to show you. Bring out my foot to show you where the rats
He
chewed
even
me.
cussed out a doctor one time, and he was telling all of us about it. He's like, I love y'all here, but I cussed out so-and-so. And I was like, oh, my God.
I love a good Texas like accent,
He was
you know?
super country. Like, you could even hear him, like, coming down the parking lot in his loud truck.
I love it.
He'd peel out. He was,
I love it. That's why I live in Haslett, I guess. Friggin' love those Texas accents. I have a little accent. I don't think you do, but I have a little, like when I say certain words, but it's not like you can tell.
We say y'all.
Y'all is a big one. It's a big trigger word.
Big one. And then also another thing, because, you know, it's a small country town, because I left Fort Worth a long time ago and I moved out to the country. So where I worked, it was like people from all over teeny tiny little towns coming to the office because there wasn't anything close by. So one time somebody was really racist to my face. Well, several times actually, because I was like one of the only like people of color
Yeah.
for like years. I was the only one who was Hispanic, who knew Spanish. Everyone else was blonde, blue eyes. Like, there was nobody else that knew Spanish.
They thought you cleaned the restrooms
They
there?
probably did. They're like, oh, the cleaning lady just helped me come back.
I don't know what she was doing
I
up
don't know
there.
what she was doing up here. But no, one time it was a lady, and I was talking to her, and I had my hair, like I had braided my hair at night, and then I just let the braids out.
Yeah.
You know how it gets that cool
Yeah.
beach wave? I left my hair for work like that. And I was helping her, and then she said, oh my gosh, honey, does everybody from your country have good hair like that? And I turned around and I said,
You mean the United States?
Yeah, and I said, here in America, there's a bunch of people. I got real smart with her. And I was being respectful too. I said, here in America, you see all kinds of hair. I said, you see straight hair, you see blonde hair, you see black hair. And she said, oh, well, you know what I mean. And I said, no, I don't know what you mean.
I don't know what you mean, but you can elaborate if you want.
I know. And she said, well, people like your culture or whatever. And I was all like, well, I am American. I was born and raised here in Texas. I said, and my nationality is Mexican. I said, and no, not everybody has hair like mine.
Oh.
She didn't know what to say. She was just like,
that's like asking someone, or that's that's like congratulating you on your pregnancy and you just ate too much at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I just ate too many wings.
I just had too many wings, ma'am. It's not like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I would get racist comments all the time at that job.
Yeah, I mean, that's why some of the restaurants that are like, that are mom and pop kind of shops in Haslett, I can't do it. I've already been to 3 of them and I'm like, bruh.
They even, I feel like they don't even treat you the same like they do the other customers.
No, they don't. And it's like, I don't know, I'm like, it's 2024. Wait, is it 2024? Yeah, it's 2024.
It is. It's like this country's like a melting pot.
Right.
Like, there's people from everywhere.
There's a lot of Hispanics now, I think. I'm not going to say a lot. I'm going to say, the schools are like a quarter Hispanic. So, I mean, that one time when they dropped off the other Mexican kid at my house.
Oh my God, I remember you telling me.
This has nothing to do with work experience, but but my kindergartner used to take the bus home from preschool, and they had a substitute driver that day, and I had kept him home from school. He was sick that day, and the bus comes up, and I'm like, why is the bus here? Because he's here. Mm-hmm. The bus comes up, and they just bring the next Hispanic kid to my house, and they're ready to drop him off.
Here's Pedro.
This is yours, right? No, and I was extremely upset.
Oh yeah, because that's somebody's baby.
Sick. I was Karen and Karin because I was Mexican, but I called the school immediately. I called the school district because I was so mad.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
I was like, okay, so the bus driver came and brought me a kid that doesn't belong to me, but not only that, they're autistic, so they don't speak. So there's a kid coming to me looking so scared.
Yeah.
I'm not his mother. And the bus driver was ready to drop him off and walk off.
That's sad.
It was scary. Because I thought about what if my son is on the bus and they drop him off at Maria's house because she's the other Mexican mom.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's terrible.
Life in Haslett.
Well, I lived in Joshua.
It's pretty red over there.
Yeah, and I mean, the further out you went, of course, the smaller the towns got, the less people of color that you saw. And
the more dirty the feet.
Yeah,
I guarantee
the nastier.
I guarantee you.
Nastier.
I'm talking about feet again.
Yep. You're right. I mean.
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed
of
myself for doing this. I'm sorry.
So, is there any other wild stories?
I don't like feet, is what I want to say first off.
You love them.
I like clean feet. I like a nice pedicured foot. It's a great thing. Anyway, so as far as wild things, so I will just share one more that's kind of funny. There was I'm not gonna say what brand I worked for, but I worked for a brand, and it's for an online division, and the clients can call in. Mm-hmm. And so one of my people answered the phone, and it was a client who was upset for whatever reason, a UPS issue.
Because you have a team, right?
Yeah,
you
I have a team of people.
manage a team. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So the client was upset, because the package, whatever, didn't come or whatever, yelling at the person that was answering the phone. Well, the person answering the phone, she was a character. She puts her on hold, right? But when you're on hold, let me just tell you this. When you call someone and you're on hold, we can still hear you.
Yeah.
So if you call me at work, I can still hear you when I put you on hold. So she put her on hold.
God.
She put her on hold, and the client was mad because the person who was working at the company did not have any empathy or for the situation. And she's like, this bitch, and whatever. That's what the client said, right? Mm-hmm. And so because the person on the phone could hear her, she said she gets back on the phone after she calls her a bitch. And she said, no, ma'am, your mama's a bitch for raising you that way. To the client. And hangs up on her.
Oh, no. I mean, I know that's what we want to say, but
She
can't.
said it.
We
She
can't.
said it. She said, your mama's a bitch for raising you that way.
Oh, my God.
Hangs up the phone. Mic drop. Mic drop, but she also lost her job.
Oh,
But let me just
gosh.
tell you that several people listened to that call, just replayed it because
It was so funny.
it was so unbelievable that she said that.
Isn't
Like,
it wild?
we're customer service, you dummy. Like,
You have to, you have to deal with people who are
this is what we
upset.
do. This is our job.
Yeah.
We can't say your mama's a bitch. Even though I want to.
It's like there's a resolution. I'm sure it was like...
There's an actual resolutions line where we just send them to a resolutions team that talks to them.
Oh, my God.
So all she had to do was put her on hold and send her over. She didn't have to call her mama a bitch, but she did. She said, your mama's a bitch.
Ay, Dios mío.
I don't know.
Oh,
R.I.P. She lost her job.
Bye, girl. Speaking of calls, there was also this one time a man that was a frequent flyer again. Super nice man, like maybe mid to late 60s. Very friendly. And every time he showed up, I mean, I would schedule his surgeries. I would, help with the wound care, whatever. Like, he was just a frequent. He gets healed by the grace of God. I'm like,
Okay.
He made it? Whoa, like, that was a close call. But, anywho, he, like, reappears, like, a year later, just, like, for a follow-up. He's doing great. He leaves and calls that afternoon asking for me. They're like, hey, so-and-so's on the phone for you. Were you expecting his phone call? And I said, no. I said, I already sent his medication in to the pharmacy. I said, no, I don't think so. And they're like, well, he said that he needs to talk to you. And I was like, okay, whatever.
You specifically.
Yeah, luckily I had downtime because usually I'd be like, send him to my voicemail. I picked up my phone at my desk and he's all like, hey, I just wanted you to know I've been thinking about you a lot.
Chiquito. Oiga.
Like, sir, absolutely
Chiquito.
not. He's all like, I've missed you. I didn't see you for a long time. You always took such good care of me. I was like, that is my job. Like,
Senor, I'm getting paid for this.
you really
Do you have a medical question to ask me or not? Because you need to get off my phone.
Do we need to schedule another surgery? Because if I don't, then I don't think we need to be having this conversation.
People are bold.
Yes,
People
and
are
it's
bold.
always the people who shouldn't be bold.
Correct. Correct.
Sir.
Sir.
No. And I said, well, I appreciate your kind words. I said, but
Let's keep this
cannot.
profesh.
Yeah, I said, we need to keep this professional. I said, you're a very nice man. And I said, and I wish you the best of luck. Have a good day. Click.
Adios.
Oh, that was so disgusting. Look here, old man.
Senor, por favor.
I'm not.
Not today.
I've seen your feet. You probably broke.
Rats are eating at your feet.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But yeah, I was like, why?
Why?
You're nice to someone and they automatically think that you like them. No.
It's not a vibe.
I'm just being friendly.
I'm sorry that this is my job.
Yes.
My job is to make you feel welcome here and to take care of your needs.
Exactly.
Not those kind of needs though, bro. It ain't happening. Not today.
Yeah.
Well, it's a fun time. I do have because I have to listen to my people's calls, like the people that report to me. I have to listen to their calls, and there's
this call is being recorded.
there's a
quality.
frequent flyer who calls in and tells one of my advisors that she's pretty, and I'm like, why do you always get his calls? She always gets his calls.
Isn't it wild how you'll get the same
She's
calls?
like, Mel, Jose's on the phone again. And so I'll start listening, and you sound really pretty. How can you go off of that, Jose?
You don't even know what she looks like. I'm looking at her right now.
Jose Manuel, get off this phone right now before your mom gets you grounded.
Is he like a young kid or
No, he sounds like a man, and he like researches what he wants, but he always tells her the same things, like this verbatim.
Huh.
It's weird.
That is weird.
You know. Get off this phone before your mom grounds you.
Wild.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys. I think it is time for
Peep word of the day.
Peep word of the day.
I know you guys love this, so
You know.
we try to keep it on every episode. So this one, it kind of has a little story behind it, just so everyone knows what this means. So, because if I say it, y'all be like, I don't get it.
Okay.
So, this one was told to me by my ex-husband, because he, like I've said
He
before,
works with the peeps.
he worked with a lot of peeps. So apparently one of his workers was dating a lady, because it was an older man, and things didn't work out or something. But anyway, they were talking to him, asking about the lady friend, and he's all like, no me gustó porque era una Dol-Fin. And they're like, a dolphin? Like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
What are you talking about? What does that mean?
She had a fin?
No, usaba muchas drogas. She used a lot of drugs, so he would call her.
Oh my god.
So she was a dope fiend.
Oh
But he would
god.
call
She
her
was a dolphin, but she was a dope fiend at the same time.
Yes, so he didn't know how to say dope fiend, so he was calling his ex-lady
Ay,
friend
Jorge.
Dolphin.
Ay, Dios mío,
Like
no.
dolphin, but in Spanish. Dolphin. Ella era una dolphin, ya no quería estar con ella porque le
Ya
gustaban las
no.
drogas.
Ya no. Con todos los pinches dopes.
I was like, no freaking way.
Oh god.
He said, yeah, he said that he cut her off because she was a dolphin. I was like, where's he meeting these lady friends? He's like, I don't know, some bar on Main Street.
She's a dolphin.
She's a dolphin.
Are you on a beach, sir? He's fucking dating a dolphin.
He's dating a dolphin.
Fucking flipper. That's not a human. It's a fucking
She made
dolphin.
those dolphin sounds. I wish I knew how to make them. Now I want to try.
I can't do it.
Should I try to do
I
it?
can't do it. Try it. Try it.
How
Let's
do
see.
they even do it?
I don't know how they do it.
Beep, beep, beep.
Is that your best attempt at dolphin?
I don't know. I can't think of it now.
Oh my god. My best attempt at dolphin
She peeped.
at
Beep, beep.
fucking dolphin
Un dolphin.
is I'll suck your dick for $1.25. That's the best attempt I got. Best attempt I got.
But yeah, dude, a dolphin. Can you
Dolphin.
believe that? I love it.
Oh god, I wish he was here right now.
I almost wet my pants whenever I heard this story.
That might be one of the top 5 ever.
Tricky Tricky's up there.
Tricky Tricky is up there.
And Dolphin and
Dolphin.
Dr. Sanduri.
Oh, Dr.
I
Sanduri.
still think of that. I'm like,
Dr. Sanduri.
I want to go see Dr.
Like
Sanduri.
I see a face in my head
Me
when I
too.
hear
And I haven't seen like the white coat.
yeah,
Damn.
Dr. Sanduri.
Sanduri.
El señor. At home, that's what they call him. El señor Sanduri.
At least he's not a dolphin.
You're right.
He's got a
He
real
can't
job.
be because he's professional.
He's a professional.
You know. So. All right. So I'm gonna do a quick Marry Fuck Kill. You ready?
Sounds fun.
I'm gonna do the Marry Fuck Kill
Yeah, I'm
because let me just tell you that.
Guys, if I'm squirming a lot, I'm sorry.
Stop
My
moving.
back hurts, and
Stop
these
moving.
jeans that I'm wearing, they right up my crotch, and I hate them.
Not the front wedgie.
So what's this? fuck, marry, kill?
MFK. We're gonna do Arrested Celebrity Edition.
Ah, shit.
All right. So you got 3 options, ma'am. Jelly Roll. I love Jelly Roll. I don't know why you're always doing this for him.
It's not my type.
SPM, South Park Mexican.
Okay.
In my notes, I put SMP. And newly added,
SMP, isn't that scalp micropigmentation?
it's SPM, South Park Mexican. And newly added Justin Timberlake.
Aw.
Pobrecito, mijo.
I love him.
Look, if you're drunk driving.
Don't ever drive
Look,
if you're
you're
drunk.
just fucking
period.
dumbass. And
Idiot.
we love JT.
Yeah.
Anyway, those are your 3 options, ma'am.
Okay, this is easy. So
This is easy.
I am so marrying J Tim. I love him.
I love you.
And he's got a lot of money. And SPM,
This is hard for me. I don't know.
I'll just do him. And Jelly Roll, oh God, he's just gross. I don't do country music. Ugh. And no, I know. I know he's a
country
nice
music.
man.
He's so nice.
He's a nice man, but I'm gonna have to kill him.
No,
There's nothing that does it.
pobrecito.
No, not the music, not his looks. Ooh.
He's losing weight. He's on the track of losing weight.
Where? Where's he losing it?
He's losing it now.
What would you pick?
Obviously, marry JT.
What a dream.
I would marry JT just whenever. And then no, I'm gonna kill SPM. I'm sorry.
No, I know.
I just feel like Jelly Roll is just so sweet, and then I get both because if you get Jelly Roll, you get his wife too, and his wife's beautiful. I'm sorry, I'm not a lesbian, but like she's beautiful, and
she is.
I have a woman crush
And
on
I
her.
still don't understand the concept of them two.
I feel like it might be their chemistry because she was with him before he was who he is
in prison.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I think it's their chemistry, and also they have open marriage, so I think that helps them keep things fresh. And apparently, she's the one who brings people home, not him.
Well, duh, not him.
Because he's tired.
Have you seen him?
He's tired.
He's tired. God,
He's tired that day.
How can he even perform?
I don't know.
Like, he's up there singing on stage. How does he not get winded? I wonder if
I
he
like
sits
him.
there.
No, he does not. Just
he
sit
does.
there. I like
I'm
Jelly
gonna
Roll.
pull up his concert and see.
I
if he
like Jelly
sits
Roll. Anyway, so all right, guys. So let us know what you think of the FMK.
Let us know.
All right, guys. So we appreciate everything. We thank you for listening, and we really enjoy doing this for you guys. So if you're not following us on all social media platforms, please do so. If you're not subscribed on our, YouTube, we're going to start posting videos. So we want you guys to subscribe, like, comment, give us your feedback. Let us know what you think.
For sure. Lots of feedback. Let us know what we need to work on, or if you like it, you love it, you hate it. But if you hate it, we may get mad at you and call your mom a bitch and hang up on you.
Hang up.
You
can hang up the phone like a landline. But yeah, we appreciate everyone's support and love, and we're gonna wrap it up for you on this one. So I will say, do what you love,
love what you do,
stay almost mature.
We'll chat soon, babes.
Y se bañan. Bye.